Hi, this is the Bratz Boys Club, and I am Jesse. And today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my Bratz Boys. This Bratz Boy is very different. I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of intrigued because I went online, actually a few times, to see if I could find rather more relevant information regarding this Bratz Boy in particular. But there is not much to go by. Of course, this one has the retail year at the bottom of the box, and I actually got to meet him online years ago, many times, um, before I started my Bratz Boy craze of purchasing them. So by this time, I kind of knew that if I ever came in contact with the possibility of ever having to own him or ever wanting to own him, I would definitely want to have him as part of my collection. Uh, he's really not that particular or different from any of the others. Actually, he's identical to one of the other Bratz Boys in my collection, which I had since the very beginning, one of the first five, of course. That one, the retail year is very different than this one. I don't know why. I can't really find any information as to why. Also, because the collection or series he belongs to, uh, it's very similar to another one of my Bratz Boys, and I believe even to the other one, um, to the first one, the one that I have a first video of in this channel. I'm kind of very confused about this one in particular. Like I said, I bumped into him many times before years ago when I was trying to see uh, what my Bratz Boys would be going for if I ever sold them, my first five, and what were they, what collections or series they were from, what years. And without further ado, let me show you to this very strange, very odd Bratz Boy. Because, give me 1 second. I think I've lost my place here. This thing just keeps on doing something crazy. And so this Bratz Boy may look familiar to you, but it's really not. I have a video of this other version of this earlier in my channel. The other Bratz Boy is a 2003 retail 2003 Dylan that looks identical to this one. Everything is the same with one small difference, and I'll get to that in a minute. But everything else is identical. This is the exact same thing for any kind of matter or purpose. I don't see any difference. This is the same doll with the same accessories and the same box. And if you can notice, the name for the collection or series is exactly the same. I went online to see if there was a reason or as to why this is the same, but I couldn't find anything. Um, this seems to be just the way things are, I guess. I found him online for, of course, the retail year of 2003, uh, under a different name, for a different name of the series and collection, which sort of like is a continuation of the first edition Bratz Boys, just with Dylan in there. And let me take a look. Just with Dylan, uh, just with Eitan and Koby. Sorry, just with Eitan and Koby, and Dylan being like this Dylan, the one that has the different style of clothing and the different style of clothing accessories for this series. I didn't see anything of featuring what is this? Featuring Stylin New Fashions like my 2003 uh, Bratz Boy Dylan that I have a video of here already. So I really am clueless as to what this means or what this is. Um, this is the one thing that I have that I have to point out that is very different from this box as opposed to the box of the other Dylan from 2003. Um, the other box, of course, has the year 2003 at the bottom. Uh, I think it's going to be over here. I'm not really sure. Somewhere at the bottom, you're going to see the year 2003. But this box has 2002. But there is one difference from the 2003 retail box and the 2002. And it's this picture of Dylan that is the difference. For some reason, the one I've got, which is the exact same box with the exact same doll, has a picture that is totally different. That picture at the bottom of Dylan looks like the actual doll in the box, sporting the clothing he's wearing there, with no cap, as opposed to this one here. This picture here represents Dylan. It shows him like he was in the first edition Bratz Boys collection Bratz Boy, when he had the that little shirt as part of his accessories, and the jeans and the cap. So he looks identical to that Dylan in the first edition box. But the one I have for 2003, the one I bought at the store, has the Dylan that looks identical to this that you have in the box, sporting the same stuff. I think mine is the yellow hat or something like that, but everything else is the same. It's representing the Dylan doll that's in the box already. And this one, that's one of the differences that it has. It has the picture of Dylan. Let me get that very close so you can see it in the camera. Sporting the other accessories that he had in the other box, as opposed to, like I said, the one I purchased, which has a Dylan that's very identical to the Dylan in the box for 2003. Why that is, I don't know. I do not have any idea of why that is, because there is already a Dylan that looks like that, with that clothing, with those accessories for the year 2002, and it is the first edition Bratz Boy alongside Cameron. So I really don't know what this is at all. I really wanted to own this one, and I'm going to change now the subject because we've talked about this now a little bit too long. But I really wanted to own this one because, like I said before, when I was starting my video, back in the day I used to bump into him a lot, and I used to get him confused with my 2003 Dylan in the ads where he was for sale, because I think it was on a few sellers' websites and maybe an auction website as well. It was always stressed that he was not the 2003 featuring Stylin New Fashions Dylan, and they would always emphasize he was the 2002 Dylan. Why that was important, or why that is so special, I don't know. Sometimes they would even add in the picture collection, the bottom of the box, which stated that he was the 2002, Dylan, from the retail year 2002. And I figured out it was not mine because of course, two things, like I said, the year at the bottom of the box somewhere, and then the picture of Dylan was not the same at the bottom. It was that is the Dylan from the first edition Bratz Boys collection and series. And of course mine had the other picture that looked totally different. That was not mine. Other than everything is the same in the box. So back in the day when I bumped into him many times, I was really hoping that one day I would get to, maybe purchase him or get my hands on him. He was much more of a mystery to me than mine was, because I had no idea why this was this way. I had really never thought I'd get the chance to own him, but now that I have, I'm very, very, very happy. And I have to admit that he was many, many dollars below the collectibles price. I got him. Oh, and this is going to prompt me to change the subject once more. I was able to get him from my friend, the seller, who keeps in contact with me through the old, or not old, through the seller's website I was using at the beginning of this year, but not so much now. So, like I said before in most of my videos, they message me whenever they find or get their hands on new boys that they find in their collections of Bratz that they have. And that'll let them know if I don't have them or if I want them, if I want them to post them on their seller's website so I can go right over and purchase them, which is awesome. It's perfect. I love that. And I'm always going to purchase their stuff because these happen to be very amazing. They keep them in such a pristine state that I'm never gonna say no. I'm always going to want to buy them. I don't care what version they are, even if they're duplicates of something I already have, because they just look great. So that's another thing I wanted to get your attention to. And I have to admit that if you were to compare this box and the box of my other Dylan from 2003 that I have, you're going to see that I've been such a poor owner and collector of these. I don't know how to take care of my boxes. I think this one has one imperfection along with another imperfection it had when it arrived that I fixed right away. But other than that, the box is in excellent condition. I believe the one problem it had, and I still wanted it, and I told the seller I wanted it no matter what, was the fact that, of course, this seller, the ones that they've got left, the tape, the little dots of the tape were kind of used up. So the tape dots are like becoming loose, and they have to send them like that. And I told the seller I didn't mind, I didn't care, and yeah, they were loose, so I had to retape these. So I had to tell the seller that I was going to retape these as soon as they arrived, and that was pretty much one of the only problems. Another one of the problems was because these boxes were open. I know that you noticed in some of the other boxes the cardboard is supposed to be stuck to the plastic at the edge. So now it's sort of like hanging, and it's pushed forward, which makes the Bratz Boy push forward against the plastic here. So now what I'm trying to say is the cardboard piece that's holding the Bratz Boy and the accessories is loose. Now you should be able to, if you have a chance and you ever want to do this, and if the box is opened from one side or from both, before you tape it back again, you could just use strips of really super clear tape on it, on the edges that are not being used with the stapled clothing accessories, and you can push it backward and tape it behind the plastic right here, maybe once or twice, just to hold it back and push it back before you close the flap thingies and tape them. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to bother with it too much. I just became so freaked out about damaging it, and the last thing I want to do is put tape on that blue cardboard background on it and then have to rip it off, and it'll ruin the image of it. So I just wanted to tape the flappy thingies back closed, and that's what I wanted to do. God, this keeps on moving. There we go. So yes, this is the very odd and weird aforementioned 2002 what's that series collection featuring Stylin New Fashions Dylan, that comes with a different picture of a Dylan from the first edition Bratz Boyz, where it was Dylan and Cameron. So this is for me like a rarity. This is like a really weird version of Dylan. That is exactly the same one as the 2003, with the exception, of course, of the retail year at the bottom of the box somewhere. I can't tell where that right now. And the picture here, of course. Everything else should be the same. I believe that he came along with another one who was also 2002 with a different kind of style. Cameron, of course, and it looks like for this edition, according to the fandom page, it's 2003, and it's Cameron, and it's Dylan and, like I said, Eitan and Koby for this edition. So I just really needed to have it. And like I said before, the seller told me, gave me the collectibles price for it, and I went crazy because this was, I'm thinking like maybe $9 over the price of the brand new 20th anniversary, 20 years of Bratz Boy Cameron that I purchased last year. So that's nothing in comparison. Of course, the shipping and the taxes kind of like ruined it and, you know, made it more expensive a little bit. But it was not that expensive. For a collector's item, it was definitely not at all expensive. Not to mention the box is in excellent condition, with the exception of that little cardboard issue that I mentioned earlier, where the cardboard is, you know, loose, and it's disconnected, so now it's like moving back and forth. But other than that, the box is amazing. This seller, I don't know what they do, and I want to let you know, and this is for the seller, you are amazing. You are incredible. I don't know how you keep these, where you keep these to have them look like this, but honestly, this is just incredible. The way the box looks on the outside, it's just incredibly, amazingly like glossy, very clear, very brand new. I mean, there's, that I can see, almost, if not no wear and tear whatsoever. I just can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe this box rivals the boxes of the 20th anniversary, 20 years of Bratz Boy Cameron that I bought last year, because that's what this looks like. This looks like the Bratz Boy I just purchased at the store, which I did not. This is a 20-year-old box and a 20-year-old doll. And of course, my box does not look like this. My box is really damaged in compared to this. This looks literally store-bought, like I bought it at the store, like yesterday. This is amazing. I'm going to turn the box over so you can see the back. This is pretty much the same as the other, you know, Bratz Boy from 2003. I believe he may have a different picture right here, resembling the, of course, like I said before, the 2002 edition Dylan from the first edition with Cameron and Dylan from 2002. So you're going to notice that his picture is going to look different than what you have in the box. And nothing that you have in the box resembles what he's got there. You know, the clothing is different. He's the same, but everything else, and accessories and clothing, is going to be different. And if you take a look at the picture right here of the Bratz Boys that are available for this series, it'll give you an idea of what Cameron looks like. And I believe I made a video of this Cameron already. And I have to admit, I got another Cameron from this seller that arrived along with this Dylan, right here that I'm holding at the camera, at the same time from this year. Which means, yep, this seller sold me this Cameron brand new, in the box, brand new, perfect, and glossy and clear. So I have two of those, well, not that Dylan, but the Cameron that you see in the picture right there. I have two of them now, because this seller sold me this same Cameron, and I had to buy him again because of the state that the box is in. So I've got both of those Camerons in my collection now. The same Cameron, just one that looks really brand new, really perfect, really glossy, from this same seller with this one, and they arrived at the same time. And then I have the one that I have in the video right here in my channel. But it's basically the same thing. That one, those two are identical. But yes, so this is, once again, the 2002 that is actually defined as the 2003 Boys Second Edition Dylan. In the fandom page, it says 2003 Second Edition Dylan. I'm sorry, did I say Cameron? No, this is Dylan, sorry. So like I said, this, according to the fandom page, which is going to sound very confusing, because there is no space, no area here. Sorry. where I can find where this one came from, because I categorized my 2003 Dylan as the featuring Stylin New Fashions. That's the collection or series name I used to categorize the video of my Dylan. That name again is featuring Stylin New Fashions, which is on the box. But in the fandom page, this Dylan does not exist. In the fandom page I'm reading here right now, it's the 2003 Boys second edition. That's what this is categorized at, and that's kind of where mine came from. But this one, according to the box, is the Dylan from the featuring Stylin New Fashions. So this is not the, Boys second edition Dylan, according to the fandom page. I don't even know where this collection or series came from featuring Stylin New Fashions then, because it doesn't really show the other one in there either. I mean, if you could place both of them, they would both function in this area in the list. They would both be from it. But this one is from 2002, so that I don't really know what's going on. Let me get this very close here so you can take a look at the bottom of the box, and I think I see the year right there, 2002. So you can take a look at the box and see. So that's the year right there, and that's why I keep saying this is kind of confusing. And so look at the picture right there. He is the Dylan from the first edition 2002 Bratz Boys. The picture keeps telling you he's the other Dylan. And you can see that he is the other Dylan in the picture, but you really don't know when you look at the box. You're looking at something else, and of course, the box is going to show you the name at the it's the right hand corner, but it's your left. To your left, it'll show you the name of the collection or series, and you'll see a totally different. You'll see an actual name there, and a name for the collection or series. So that was the bottom of the box. I'm gonna tilt over now and show you the top of the box, and so you can see the top of Bratz Boy. And of course, so I really have a crush on he's another one of the Bratz Boys I am so in love with because of his hair, especially for this series and or collection. I don't care what that series or collection is. I have no idea what it is, but right about now I've got no idea. I just know that he exists, and the retail year at the bottom of the box is 2002. But like I said, I have such a big crush on this Dylan because of the hair. The hair looks awesome. It looks incredible. It looks amazing. I just think it's really, really sexy. His hair is gorgeous. I just love his hair. And the color of his eyes, it's so, oh my god, hypnotic. His eyes are perfect. They are amazing. I just love him so much. Let me get in closer. Just a little bit closer. You can see the hair and you can see the glasses. It looks like you can see the sandals and the shorts and the little backpack right there. It looks really, really, really cute. So there's the top of the box. You can see, I think there might be a poster in there too. So that is Dylan from the top of the box. And, but yes, so this is my gorgeous Dylan from 2002. I have no idea what that means. I've got no idea what actual collection he really belongs to. He looks like he belongs to, like I said, you can make your own deduction or maybe bring the answer to me. I didn't find the answer. It looks like he may belong to a collection or series from 2003. That is the Boys second edition, because that's where he shows up with this style of everything and these accessories. From what I'm seeing here on the fandom page, we've got Cameron, we've got Dylan, we've got Eitan, we've got Koby. So I don't know. Right about now, I don't know. All I know is that he was the first one I bumped into years ago online in many places. I found out about the retail year because many people sort of wanted to emphasize that, wanted to make sure you didn't get this one confused with the 2003. I don't know why that is. All I know is that's what it is. And but what I know is, what I'm seeing here is, this is a 2002 retail box. So he came from, I don't know, a mixture between the first edition Boys, Bratz Boys and Boys first edition, and a mixture between the Boys second edition from 2003. So it would be 2002 Boys first edition and Boys second edition 2003, somewhere in between, somewhere there. It had to be because he just showed up, and I'm just very glad I have him. I'm very glad I was able to purchase him and add him to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boys. I just really, truly love it. I could not wait to have him because he is just incredible. He is so sexy, gorgeous, and stud, and his hair is amazing. His accessories are just so epic. I just love them, and I love him just so much in every way. God, I love you, Dylan. But, so yeah, so he's an oddity. He's kind of strange. I just don't know where or what or how or when it comes to this specific version. I mean, I want to say collection or series, but at this point, I don't know. I really don't know. Either way, I'm just very happy that I was able to purchase him and add him to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boys, and to introduce him to you, and to actually be able to upload a video about him, so you guys could get to meet him, and he could get to meet you. And I'll be uploading another video soon of another one of my Bratz Boys. So hopefully you like this video, and I hope you like the next video too. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye.